excerpt from Leave the Laundries Alone on Facebook.
Happened. Please read carefully all details. The lawyer is talking now and it will come out. Editing grammar by request. Brian went home from the trip and told his parents that Gabby and he had a fight. This is speculation, but Cassie accidentally said it. That's what he always did, meaning take a break. When she was going to say fight, but the FBI told her don't say anything. The FBI didn't Brian want to know. She told the FBI this because they wanted Brian, if he was lying, to tell different stories to other people, who could later testify as witnesses. Cassie messed up and then said that's police stuff. Gabby's dad did not go to the house. Proof on this page, do not ask me for it. At 6:30 p.m. on Friday the 10th, the Petitos started texting Brian. They didn't have Cassie or the Patents numbers. The Petitos didn't have the Laundrie's number. Brian's parents found out from the police that Gabby was missing, not dead. Proof of this on the page. The Laundries called a family friend, a lawyer, who said don't talk to anyone, give them my number and I'll take care of it. So they did. Saturday the 11th late in the afternoon and Sunday they realized Gabby was missing. The whole time Brian was home, before knowing Gabby was missing, the Laundries thought Gabby was with a friend or whatever they were told. I do not have specifics other than they were taking a break. Brian and Gabby shared the van. Gabby and Brian lived in the Laundries condo, not with them. Roberta and Chris lived in Long Island and sent Gabby and Brian to live in their condo in FL. It was a retirement community. The Laundries still lived in NY at the time they sent BNG to the condo. The Laundries took crap from the HOA for this because the kids were young. I don't know if that's what led to the trip or not, but they left in July. Chris and Roberta only recently moved to the FL house they are in now. Nothing was unusual to the parents or to Cassie from the first to the time police told them Gabby was missing. It was just a couple taking a break. The lawyer is old school like the parents. He doesn't use the internet to advertise. He has a very bare web page and advertises by word of mouth. Even Roberta's longtime friend, who helps admin this page, is always getting confused who wrote something, uses dictation to type, and is always accidentally hiding or deleting and hiding comments. Instead of banning people from the page, she would just block them from hers. A lot of older generation people don't understand social media and the impact of it on this case, and that was true for the Laundries and their lawyer, I believe. The lawyer is a no bullshit person who underestimated how many people lack critical thinking skills, so he didn't address ridiculous rumors. Brian was very private and didn't even have IG until Gabby and the Laundries and their family are the same. This has been a nightmarish for them. Sunday, they were learning like everyone else, the details on the news. Cassie was in Orlando at Disney with her kids when she found out about Gabby and left her vacation early. She and her parents were thinking this has to be a mistake. She didn't even tell her kids about Gabby because they would ask questions that Cassie didn't have the answers to. But the protesters screamed Brian killed Gabby so loudly that the kids found out in that traumatic way that their beloved aunt was dead and their hero uncle was missing. The lawyer told the Laundries not to talk to anyone and they haven't, but he has since spoken to Cassie. Stop saying you know what you would do in this situation. He did what any good lawyer would do and told them don't talk. He's a close family friend and they trusted him. Monday Brian took off. The parents realized it I think on Tuesday and they told their lawyer, who told the FBI. The local police didn't find out or release it until Friday. Not their fault. I don't believe his parents saw him leave. Have to research where I saw this and post it. Brian parked the car in a way that he wanted to be found dead. He went there to kill himself. But it rained that night and the next day flooded. His parents hiked looking for him one day for 5 hours and hours another day. His body was close to where he parked but underwater. When Brian came home from the trip, his parents got him a new phone. He said he lost it. I think he destroyed it. His parents bought him a new one on a plan at AT&T. You buy a burner phone at Walmart. I've had several. Not at AT&T. If you're out camping, it's not unusual to lose or break a phone, and his parents thought nothing of it. The phone in his Brian's was left behind when he went to the reserve. His parents knew he was dead and in the reserve with no phone. That's why they never tried to go on TV or find him. Brian possibly took his gun and it'll probably come out that he died of hanging or self-inflicted gunshot wound. But that's my speculation. His parents took the car on the second day so it didn't get towed and have been knowing their son was probably dead this whole time. Their lawyer was going to give a press conference to clear them, but the FBI told him to cancel it. The park was reopened and yesterday the Laundries told their attorney they were going to go look where they thought Brian is once they could search again in the open park. The lawyer told police of their plan. The police met with the Laundries. Chris took the police through an area and they zigzagged. He found a bag and 2 items. He whispered to Roberta and they put the items in the bag because there was a reporter there. They gave it to police. It was a white, dry bag that protects items by being waterproof. The police told Chris and Roberta to go home because they found something. It was Brian's backpack and his skull. The Laundries went home and it was reported that the protesters were screaming Brian is rotting in hell, and they became emotional and broke down. This is what happened. I'm busy but will try to answer any questions that are respectful. Anyone being nasty, go to the dozens of other pages for it. You will be banned. If you ask questions that have been answered on this page, I'll ignore you or block you, depending on if you're being sincere or just trying to retwist the narrative.